Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Gets My Goat by Rachel Howell. Today we are doing Horse Edition, and I'm going to show you how to tack up a horse. Excuse me. So, I kind of look like a bit of a ragamuffin here. I layered today because it's about 36 degrees. So this is my mare, Amelia, and she is going to be helping me today to show you guys how to tack up a horse. Aren't you? Yeah. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is brush them. So I'm going to show you some of my tools that I use. I have this little carrying bag, or this little carrying tub here, and in it I have brushes, a bunch of brushes. I have a rubber brush, I have a curry comb, I have a couple of hoof picks, and I have fly spray. Don't use a whole lot of fly spray this time of year because they're all frozen off now. But so before you tack up your horse, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and just give them a good brush down. So she's going to be really dirty right now because their pasture is just super sloppy. But you just, it doesn't have to be super involved. Just a little something. I'm going to move her up here a little bit. Ooh. Good girl. Woo. Here. Dirty, girlfriend. Dirty, dirty. I like to get under the belly just a little bit, where the cinch is going to go. On top of the booty. We're going to have to use a curry comb to get that stuff out. It's like dried mud. And then you move to the other side. You can probably not see me right now, but do that. Okay. Okay. So for the one side, or for the sides I should say, I like to do, all of this, brushing their side and their belly, and then I like to go ahead and go down and brush their legs, because I usually put some protective gear on their legs. So I just want to make sure that there's no dirt or grime or cheatgrass or anything that's going to poke them or make them uncomfortable under the protective leg stuff, the sport boots. And also, another reason why I kind of like to brush them out and get my hands on them before I saddle them is just to check them out for any wounds, cuts, scrapes, lacerations, any areas of tenderness, swelling, heat, heat in the legs or anything like that. I like to check before I tack them up, so that if it's something that's going to cause an issue with the ride or cause them to be uncomfortable with the tack, it helps to know that before you tack them up, right? So, and then I go through really fast and just curry them again. I'm just going to get some on top of her hiney this time. So, like this right here. I just found wire in her tail. So that's why we do this. Alright, so done brushing. So step 2 of preparation, I think I'm actually going to use this one, is I like to check their hooves and make sure that there's nothing in their hooves that are going to cause them to be injured or poked or anything. And I like, so this actually has a brush right here, and the bristles are pretty firm, and then it does have a little hoof pick. And then this right here is a hoof pick made out of a horseshoe. So on this end you can kind of see where the nails go, and then you can see the groove right there. And then this end is the pick. And I actually really like it. But I'm going to use this one because she's going to have some, you know, mud and gunk in there that I'm going to want to brush out. Good girl. She's usually really good about letting me handle her feet. She's a pretty sweet little girl. Now again, this time of year, the ground is just soaking wet, and their hooves are going to be really soft. So, you know, be careful and be paying attention to any signs of soreness or tenderness, and be looking out for things. You know, it's good to just check them every now and then for signs of hoof rot or anything. Easy girl. So then you go to the other side. Good girl. Woo. Well, lots of gunk in this one, honey. A little brush. Good girl. Okay. Good girl. So now, I don't know if you can see her hiney. Oh. She's not wanting to walk forward on me. Oh. Oh. So now her back feet. Easy. You probably can't see me, but hey now. Hey. Good girl. Now, you always, when you're going into a situation like this, I'm handling her back feet right now, you always want to have a plan of escape. Have a plan to be ready to be able to move if you need to. Hopefully that'll let you guys see what I'm doing a little bit better. Good girl. So I'm going to go to the other side now. So you go like, good girl. Easy. So I like to just pat her foot. Easy. Good girl. And just help her relax a bit. And then you take your foot and you put it between, she's not giving it to me right now. Put it between your knees. Good girl. Easy. Good girl. Make sure that they're comfortable with this, but don't just dilly-dally. Good girl. Don't mess around. Hey, behave. Don't mess around more than you need to, because you don't want to wear out their patience. I know. Yeah. You don't want to wear out their patience. So, I'm going to see if I can move her booty over just a bit. Good girl. Oh, watch it. Good girl. So I'm going to show you. Oops. Having a little bit of trouble here. Okay, I'm going to show you that again. So I take my hand and I start way up here, and I just slide on down, and she's already starting to pick it up for me. Slide on down. Good girl. Easy. And then I just kind of pat it. Just help her relax. Good girl. Let her know I'm not going to hurt her. And then I just pop it between my legs like that. Easy. You guys didn't see that, but... Okay, now, so you check their feet. You've given them a little brush down. Now you're ready to tack them up. So, we're going to get our stuff here. so I have my saddle pad. I know. She has not been, I'm going to pull you guys back just a ways here. She has not been saddled for a while. So, some of you might be able to tell she is a little bit round, but she is about 7 months pregnant right now. She's going to be having her first baby in the spring, so really excited about that. Okay, so you put the saddle pad on, and then I like to throw my cinch, my cinch, my back cinch, my latigo, and my right stirrup over the back of the saddle. Because now, as you see, there's nothing, this is the side that we're going to throw away from us, and there's nothing hanging down over there. So that just makes it a lot easier. I don't have to go, whoa, and get all of my straps on the other side of her too. I can just walk up to her now and put it on her back. Like that. So now, when I'm doing this part in particular, when I'm saddling, she's been kind of grazing and eating some grass while I've been working with her, but I don't like them to be messing around with much of anything else while I'm saddling them, because I'm getting up close and personal, right? I'm reaching under them, I'm going in front of them, and I don't like them to not be paying attention to me while I'm saddling them. So I take her lead rope and I throw it over her neck, so that if she starts to put her head down while I'm doing this, I can just grab it, and I can just kind of grab it and say, nope, I don't want you to be eating, I want you to be paying attention. No. Like that. So now, my stirrup and my cinch and my back cinch are all going to go on the right side. And then my left stirrup comes up over the horn, and I pull out my latigo. I settle it. Easy, easy. And now I walk behind her, and I make sure that nothing is tangled up or anything over here, and it actually all looks pretty good. So then I go like this. That's not technically how you're supposed to bring the cinch under, but so then, come over here, good girl. So now, I don't know if you can see, her front feet right now are square underneath her, and this right here is pretty much how I like them to stand. I don't like them to be standing like this when I have the cinch on them, or like this when I'm trying to cinch them up, because they're not square, and it's a little bit harder to get it secure, I guess I'll say. So I like them to be standing nice and square. Don't be afraid to ask them to move one of their front feet, because it's important that they respect you. So I go under. You know, she's kind of, we're not actually going to ride her, so I'm not going to fully latigo, and she's kind of fat. But so you go, I'll show you guys that again. So you reach like this, straighten your latigo. So the tip is going to go through the ring, and then you're going to go up like this. You're going to go under the ring on the saddle like this, so that you can pull the latigo down, and that will help you tighten it. It gives you some leverage there, because now you're pulling down and not having to pull up. And then I stretch out my hand like this and find the end of the latigo, and then I go under the ring again, pull up this time, reach through your loop like that, and grab this strap, and then I pull it through the loop again and pull down. So now you have a nice neat little tie there that's not going to come undone. So there's that. Now at this point, you can bring that stirrup down and reach under for the back cinch. I'm sorry, honey, this is going to be a bit snug. Okay. She's got lots of fur, and like I said, she's pregnant, so we're dealing with that. dealing with some baby weight. Okay, so now I'm going to see if I can get her to face you guys. Oh, beautiful, good girl. All right, so now I bring my leader up to the other side. Here, let me see if I can scooch her over. Good girl. Oh. All right, now putting on the breast chain. There's a little loop at the top of the saddle. Pretty much every saddle has this. Okay, and I just put the strap through a couple of times, and then buckle it. And you can always, you can adjust things. This breast chain is just maybe a little bit too big for her, but you can get it to fit her. Good girl. So then you come around the front, and you do the same thing on this side. Good girl. The straps are just a bit long, so you have to kind of wrap them around the leather strap on the saddle. So it's a bit loose, see? So we'll come back over here. Hey, no. Remember, don't be afraid to ask them to pay attention to you while you're doing this, because it's important for your safety as well as for theirs. Because you don't want to reach in the wrong place or tug on something in the wrong place and surprise them and find yourself in a bad situation. Okay. Why can't I get that to fit? I'm going to do one more wrap, I think. Okay. Let's see if we can't. Aha. Okay. Close enough. We're not going on an actual ride today, girls, so we're just going to call that good. Alright, so now we have our breast chain on. Now we reach through the front legs, and most cinches will have a ring in the front and a ring in the back of them. They'll be about, this wide, depending on the cinch, and they'll have a little ring on either end, facing this way or this way, that you can clip either the breast chain or the back cinch to. So, and I can show you that in just a second. Okay, so now, some people consider these optional, some people consider them not, but I like to use them because this horse in particular has had injuries before with rock abscesses and bowed tendons and stuff like that, so I don't take chances with their legs anymore. So I start at the top and work my way down. So these are, I'll actually show you guys. Oh. So these are Relentless. The brand is Relentless. These are sport boots, and these are actually small, or mediums, so they're perhaps a bit short for her legs, but they work. And these are really cool because they actually have Velcro on them, so I can roll them, and this is actually how I store them. I can roll them and then just Velcro them really quick, and they go right back into their little case. So these are actually, where are you going? These are actually really cool. There's all sorts of brands, all sorts of colors, all sorts of sizes, but these kind of are a brace to sort of support the leg and the tendons, and they also, I use them when I'm like trail riding and stuff like that to protect them from like cuts and scrapes and bruises and stuff. So you take them, this part goes away from you and then back around towards you to wrap around the leg. Move your head like that. And then hold at the top. And then you just pull them around. And they get nice and snug, and they stay on, and they're really cool. Okay, now I'm going to back her up just a smidge. Good girl. Back. Good girl. Okay, so bridling. This is the last thing I do because you don't want to put the bridle in first and then have them freak out or worry or anything like that and hurt themselves, you know, hurt their mouth, hurt their teeth, or anything like that, which I have had horses do. So I don't like to do that. So what I do is I take the reins and put them around my shoulder so they're not in the way. And then I put, so this is the brow band, so it goes up here. And then this is the ear band, so this goes behind their ears. So I put my arm through like that, so the brow band is facing this way. And then I take off the halter, like that, and let it fall off the nose. And then I just secure it around their neck so that if they decide to walk away, you have something to grab onto. And then I take my hand and reach up between their ears, and then you bridle and tack up and everything from the left, which is handy because I'm left-handed. But so you reach up between the ears, and then I hand myself the bridle like that, kind of straighten it out, and then I grab the bit and kind of work it around their face. And now I can kind of apply some slight pressure from up here as opposed to having to get them to take it like this, which doesn't work. So go like that, put the bit between their lips. Oh, good girl. Good girl. And she just pretty much takes it all on her own, so I don't even have to. I know. Oh, I know. It's so bad. So then I come like this, and I just kind of settle it in. And then you can come under here with the chin strap. And now that your reins have been out of the way nicely, you can just flip them up over their head. Take off their halter. Oh, she thinks we're going, girl. Back. Good girl. She thinks we're going for a ride. So then you can take off the bridle and just kind of throw it aside. And there you have it. You have tacked up your horse. It doesn't take long. When I'm doing it by myself, it doesn't take me as long as it just did. It doesn't take me 20 minutes to tack them up. I can tack up all 3 of my horses in about 15-20 minutes. So, no ma'am. You stay out of my face. So it doesn't take long at all. But that's the gist of it. And I hope you enjoyed it. I know there's things that I did probably like you're not supposed to. There's much more technical ways of doing things than I did them, but everyone does their thing different, and I actually kind of taught myself how to tack up, so it just comes, for me, it just kind of came with experience. Like, I didn't watch a bunch of Pat Pirelli's or Clinton Anderson videos on how to tack up or anything. I know that they each have their own method, but that's just basically how I do it. Another thing you might want to consider is just walking around, letting the horse walk around for a little bit. I do know that Pat Pirelli suggests cinching up 3 times, like tightening the cinch 2 or 3 times just to make sure that it's really good and on there. I've never had a problem with a horse losing the cinch once I've tacked up. So, but it might help them kind of release some of their air and help you get it tighter. So you might want to just take them for a quick little walk and then check your cinch again. But that's how you do it. Please remember that horses can be very unpredictable. They are much bigger than we are, and they can sometimes be dangerous. So always keep that in mind. You never 100% want to trust a horse. You always want to have, even with the most trusted horse you can think of, you always want to have in the back of your mind that something might happen. So please look out for yourself and look out for others. But at the same time, they're very sweet, and you want to make sure that you're enjoying them. So please don't be afraid of them. Just be aware that they are very big, very powerful animals. All right, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you next time.